Hey VC, it's the Zonk Man coming at you again. What are we going to be here to talk about? Hope everybody's doing good. Appreciate everybody out there. Comment, interact. That's what this is all about. I love answering the comments and stuff like that. This video is going to be about a recent concert I went to. It is going to be about going to a record show and a couple of things I picked up at the local record store recently. So let's go ahead and get started. King Buffalo. In fact, where's the King Buffalo at? Let's show a King Buffalo record to start it right off the bat. Longing to be the mountain. I just recently went to King Buffalo's show in Charlotte, North Carolina at Snug Harbor. And who did I meet down there? None other than the VC ambassador, Dave. Very cool cat. Definitely all up on going to the small clubs and seeing a lot of great acts in Charlotte. So I definitely knew. I contacted Dave. I said, hey, I'm coming down. I even said, what's the deal with Snug Harbor? He said he loved Snug Harbor. He had filmed a lot of acts there. He knew the ins and outs, and the only con was parking. So I got with Dave to know where to park for free, and just to get out of paying for parking. So that was a totally cool deal. Met up with Dave. First off, even before the show, met at Lunchbox. Of course, Dave was already there. He wanted to make sure that the Zonk Man didn't get anything that he was looking for. No, I'm just kidding. It's just how it worked out that day. I drove down. We met there. Basically, it was just going to be, he was calling it a mini dig. We were going to show up at Lunchbox pretty much before they closed, like 5:30, but I ended up getting there maybe like 5:15. So, but anyway, Dave will show what he got, and Dave will be the one to do all the editing for any kind of photo ops that we did together and showing the bands. So I'm going to show what I got at Lunchbox first. In fact, that's on the bottom. Little pallbearer. Oh, sorry for the glare. I'm not taking this out of the plastic. Sorrow and Extinction. I was looking for this. They had recently reissued this 2022. This is a 2012 album. 2012 album. Early pallbearer. In fact, this might even be the first record. It's 2 LPs. Man, I'm letting the sunlight in, so the glare is crazy. So I was stoked to get that. Found out about pallbearer from Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, and John, the digital gramophone. In fact, what John had recommended for me from pallbearer a long time ago was there at Lunchbox, but I did not happen to get it. But I did get a copy of that, and I believe Sorrow and Extinction was Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame. So he said he preferred that album. The only other pallbearer I got's a newer 2020 album, Forgotten Days. So that's all I got. We were just in there. I was kind of overwhelmed, just having limited time, I guess, knowing I couldn't just dig. So I basically just did looked at the used metal and the new metal, and that's what I found. So it was cool. Dave and I went to a place to eat called The Diamond. Was it The Diamond? I believe it was The Diamond. But yeah, it's just, it's right there. It's like a neighborhood place to hang out. So that was super cool to be kind of in the heart of Charlotte. And Dave will have to, I don't even know what neighborhood we were in, but it was, if you know Snug Harbor, you might know the neighborhood or something like that. But so it was actually a real cool atmosphere. We ate, hung out before the show. It was crazy starting late. Doors opened at 9, show started at 9:30. which it was just two bands. So we got King Buffalo and then the Swell Fellows, which is what you're hearing in the background right now. I don't know how loud it is or anything. This, of course, is a CD. This is not the album. This is called Chronology 2022. Basically, what they did with the CD has their first full-length record, an EP, and a single all on one. So the Big Grand Entrance was their first full-length album. The Great Play of Extension was their EP, and then they had like a single release called Death Race. I don't know if you want to read on that a little bit. Boom. Those cats, got to meet them. They're brothers, a couple of brothers and a friend. They're originally from Maryland, but they've moved to Nashville, Tennessee for the music scene, I guess, to kind of record some music and do some touring and stuff like that. So they're touring with King Buffalo. And I did get their newest record, Novatoria, I think is how you pronounce this. There's, of course, no words on there. There's no words on the side. Not that I can legibly see. This is still in the shrink. And this, I mean, it's stoner, so I don't know if that's a full-length album or that's an EP also. But I haven't even spun this yet. Of course, it's just black wax. They also gave some stickers. They were super cool. Chris and Connor, I forget their last name. So it was real cool to talk to the band. They, of course, were the ones at their merch table. And also to talk about the concert was great. Sorry, VK, I don't really have like a review of the concert or any footage or anything like that. It's King Buffalo, so it was great. These cats played good too. The guitar player was just like, when he was playing, he wasn't even there. He was like projected himself off into space, you know. So the Swell Fellows was cool also. And not only that, I'm turning right around like a King Buffalo groupie, and I'm gonna be seeing King Buffalo in Asheville on March 1st. So that is next Wednesday. So if y'all are in the North Carolina area, anything, you want to meet up at the show, it's at Asheville Music Hall, I think is the venue. Yeah, if you want to meet up, try to hunt the Zonk Man. Going to be in Asheville at the concert. We'll see what that show takes us, if we'll be able to do any digging at Harvest or anything like that. I'm not familiar with Asheville, so in fact, other than the Biltmore House, I've probably never been to Asheville. That's when you live in the state, you never go to the shit that's the attractions or whatever. So this is going to be my first show in Asheville too. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to throw in this video. I like how my head's just like down here in the corner. Some recent pickups. So I was at the little Clemmons record show on Sunday, previous to going to the concert, and I'm just going to show a few things I picked up. Nothing real super crazy. Boom, I finally got a copy of Blue Cheer, Vincebus Eruptum, or yeah, everybody knows this record. Killer early heavy stuff, whether you want to call it early metal or what have you, on the Philips label. And no, the Zonk Man did not have a copy of this, so super killer to finally get a copy of this at a decent price. I guess I shouldn't be taking these out, just so there's not all this glare. This is something else at Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation. This is something perfect from my childhood. So I had this cassette, other than like a Dream On or Mama Ken or something like this, the songs that you heard from Aerosmith, this was my first like album, so cool to get this. Decent decent price. It is a RCA club pressing, but killer to get that Aerosmith, and gotta do some stoner. This is more probably hard rock, but it's on that Heavy Psych Sounds label. The band is Gorilla, and the album is Tree Creeper. And this is really like kind of I called it a semi-blind buy because I wasn't familiar with the music, but I'm familiar with the label. And of course on there it says Heavy Psych Stoner Retro, right? It just basically tells what's on the label. You know, so it's not specifically talking about these guys. And a gal, because that is a female playing the bass, so that's awesome. The players are, guitar and vocals is Johnny Gorilla, Sarah Jane on the bass, and Ryan Matthews on the drums. So I give that a little bit of listen. That's just the little bit I'm going to show from the record show. Also, probably a couple days before that, I did a dig at the local Underdog Records. And I've just shown a couple. I'm not showing everything I got from there either. But I got to stick with the stoner green. Why am I not pulling these out? Why did I not pull these out of the thing already? I have no idea. So, it's still a lot of glare. Green Druid, Ashen Blood. This was on the want list. This is 2LP Gatefold Stoner Doom on Earache Records. So yeah, Green Druid. So that says it all right there on the insert. Hey, what's that funny little leaf? Definitely not 100%. I just familiar know that Green Druid fits the bill. Stoner Doom. It's probably a little bit on the heavier side. I actually had this on the want list for almost 2 years, and then to finally come across a copy in the wild is awesome at the local store. Something else I wanted to show. Some more Baroness. This is their most recent album, which is Gold and Gray. Yeah, Gold and Gray. This is, of course, also another 2LP gatefold killer stuff. So if you're not familiar with Baroness, that's some cool artwork. If I can put it on there without crazy glare, check that out. Awesome stuff. And then also, I want to thank Jacob for this. I basically got some VCLT. It was waiting for me at the record store, and I'm not familiar with this at all. That's basically NAAM, N-A-A-M. Self-titled from 2009 on TP Records. Barely became familiar with them recently, and Jacob is somebody I've met. He's buddies with the store owner, helps them on RSD and stuff like that. Is that upside down or is that right side up? Oh yeah, that's right side up. So that's how I met Jacob. He's a huge Fu Manchu fan. So of course we talked about having a lot of the same interests in music, and cool for him to give me a copy of this. Freaking awesome. So that's all I'm going to show in this video. I was trying to make it quick. It's not that quick. Freaking 14 minutes. Until the next King Buffalo show, I'll see you again, hopefully making a video. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Peace, man, and rock on.